How? Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, directed by Nick Park and Steve Box, and is the fourth official Wallace and Gromit installment in the franchise, as well as the first ever feature-length Wallace and Gromit movie. So, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit tells the story of the duo themselves. Wallace and Gromit have set up a humane pest control business, Anti-Pesto, where they just safely capture and store all of the town's rabbits to ensure the annual giant vegetable competition, which is just days away, goes as planned. However, in an attempt to cure them of their obsession with vegetables, in a classic accident like in a Frankenstein movie, Wallace accidentally creates a were-rabbit, a enormous rabbit that stands 10 feet tall with a special taste in vegetables. So Wallace and Gromit must solve the mystery of the were-rabbits days before the competition. And welcome, folks, to episode 2 of Spooky Harry. Yes, and happy Halloween to every single one of you. I hope you like our decoration, our cat's pumpkin, if you will. Yes, it's pretty rad, right? So I decided for Halloween, why not review one of the greatest horror movies of all time, and I truly mean that. This movie was straight up my childhood. Without this movie, I would not be the Wallace and Gromit fan that I am today. This movie made me obsessed with Wallace and Gromit when I was only 10 when it was released, and me and my family have watched it only a million times. I'm flabbergasted that some people look down on this movie just because it's not one of the shorts. The people who complain about this movie most commonly say Wallace and Gromit works better in short movies than it does in feature length, and especially Doug Walker made this criticism in his Curse of the Were-Rabbit review. Even Peter Sallis, the voice of Wallace himself, said he liked the half-an-hour shorts better than this movie. I, for one, have never been in that camp. Me and my family agree that Curse of the Were-Rabbit is better than all 4 short Wallace and Gromit movies put together. It's my favourite claymation movie of all time. I absolutely love this movie. It's a classic parody of the horror genre. Why has this idea not been done before, rather than a werewolf? They've Aardman force up a were-rabbits. I mean, why have we not gotten movies like Were-Cats or Were-Dogs or were whatever they can think of? You may think I'm crazy, but I actually prefer Wallace and Gromit as a hour-long movie to a half-an-hour movie. I'm glad they really upped their game with the storytelling. This movie feels completely cinematic in every way, shape, and form. It feels far more epic than the shorts. With the extra runtime, it allows the characters to be better fleshed out. It allows for a more eventful and more gripping and larger story. It just feels bigger and better. It depends on your taste. If you're a fan of smaller, shorter movies, the shorts will be your cup of tea, but bigger, more epic movies are more for me. So I favour that style of filmmaking any day. And yes, this movie just has stronger writing than the shorts. It's more complex, and it has it has much more characters as well than the shorts. Wallace and Gromit are portrayed better than ever here. Not only is it always a treat to hear Peter Sallis, the wonderful voice of Wallace, back in the role, and Gromit, who needs no lines of dialogue, just his facial expressions and his eyebrow to convey whatever he's thinking and feeling. But the townspeople, they give every single one of the supporting townspeople their own character and character traits. They characterize them flawlessly. Like, I remember Mrs. Mulch, I remember Reverend Clementine Hedges. They are hilarious, and the two most important new characters, Lady Tossington and Victor Quatermain. Lady Tossington, of all the characters in the movie, she's my favourite. She is amazing. She's the greatest love interest for Wallace, and my mum agrees. Not only is her hairstyle iconic, but and make her stand out, but she's just an absolute sweetheart. How she like Wallace, absolutely cares for the rabbits and these furry critters, and believes they should be protected, not harmed. And Victor Quatermain, I have heard numerous people call Victor the most boring Wallace and Gromit villains, but I disagree with that statement. I know villains like Feathers McGraw, Preston, and Paella are intimidating as hell and tough to live up to, but Victor easily falls into that category of great villains, at least for me. He is. It helps that he's voiced by Ralph Fiennes, who was born to voice great villains, Voldemort himself, and he's just such an unlikable asshole. He's so malicious as a villain. He wants to marry an innocent woman just for her fortune, and he doesn't care about the bunnies as Wallace and Lady T do, which makes the love triangle between the three of them wonderfully handled. You can see why Lady T would love being more with Wallace than Victor, because him and her are far more alike. That's a message to girls out there: don't date arseholes, date gentlemen. And Victor also has a ferocious dog named Philip, which makes for a really personal foe for Gromit later on in the movie. We didn't get that in the shorts. He's basically the Wallace and Gromit equivalent of Gaston, and the bunnies themselves are absolutely a delight. They are the most awesome characters in this movie. They get the best moments. They steal the show. They are the most adorable clay rabbits you will ever find. You will want to adopt one yourself. The title character himself, the were-rabbit, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, is Wallace, is awesome. The idea of a 10-foot tall rabbit going out every night used to give me shivers. It gave me goosebumps whenever this character appears. It will give kids and parents nightmares. And yet they've made the were-rabbit an innocent character, like a huge, humongous teddy bear, and the were-rabbit himself is a phenomenally brought to life creature. The were-rabbit was apparently the biggest challenge for Aardman when making this movie, and Wallace's transformations into the were-rabbit, that sequence alone took a whole year to animate. Man, that's dedication. And the entire mystery and twist, who is the were-rabbit, is immensely well written, and had me gripped on the edge and of me edge of my seat throughout. So at first they trick you into believing that the rabbit who Wallace swapped brains with, Hutch, is the beast, but when it turns out Wallace is the creature. I didn't see that coming. That's one of the greatest movie twists since the I Am Your Father twist from Empire Strikes Back. That made me go, oh shit, Wallace is in mortal peril. That puts both our heroes in mortal peril. In fact, there's never a dull moment in this movie, and the humour is absolutely tremendous. The claymation animation is extraordinary and astonishing. You have to have the patience of a saint to animate stop motion. I know this because I've attempted it myself, but Aardman are the masters of stop motion, and they succeed. The sets here are some of the most detailed you will ever see in a claymation movie. Not a second will go by where you won't get a gut-bustingly funny joke, and for a Wallace and Gromit movie, there's surprisingly a lot of crude humour, like just take a look at my wife's brassicas, for example, or kiss my artichoke cruiser, but in a enjoyable way. Tottington Hall in particular, you have to have the patience of a saint to do claymation. I know this because I've tried it myself, but this movie took a jaw-dropping 5 years to make, and they succeeded. When we believe Wallace is dead, don't lie, I know you tears up at that moment, but when Gromit revives him with some cheese, that's the perfect resolution for this movie, and I'm so glad Wallace and Lady T ended up together, and Gromit finally got the recognition and praise he deserves for saving Wallace's ass constantly. And yeah, you will be pleased to hear, guys, I have no negatives with this movie. It's basically perfect. Thankfully, the critics gave it praise indeed, with a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's the only claymation movie to ever win the Oscar for Best Animated Feature. Big round of applause, and well deserved. I give Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbits 5 stars out of 5. It's a depressing thought that we may never be getting another feature-length Wallace and Gromit movie again. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Curse of the Were-Rabbit? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Google+, and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I do a collaboration with my friend on YouTube, Kat, also known as Rented Fashion. I'll see you then, and remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.